We are back in our awesome little barn getaway room, and today I'm finally going to be working on electrical. We've had a lot of comments about outlets. Where are the outlets? I'm hopefully going to be installing those today or very soon. My plan is to run the outlets in conduit on the outside of the walls. That's because the walls are filled with solid foam insulation. There's more to a floor than just making it look good. Alright guys, we've been making some big progress on the barn conversion. I want to show you guys what I've been working on. Now over the last few days, I've gotten all the conduit run for the lights, the power, outlets, everything. And we've been pulling wire and getting it all ready to hook everything up. Now these outlets blend in. You can see, I don't have the outlets or covers on yet, but you can see that they really blend into the trim. And that's really cool. You can see the conduit coming up here, coming across. And we actually have all kinds of conduit going on up here. It looks pretty crazy, but it will all make sense later. We can see one box here for the lights, switches, and we got more outlets. And they decided to just run it along the wall and over to the next corner. I've been using simple black duct tape, and I just run a strip of it up the pipe and just wrap it around the long way, just like that, one strip. So quick, so easy, and it looks perfect. And using the same technique, I wrapped this with white duct tape. The box too. You can see it stops there, just wanted to stop it. We can switch from black to white to silver, whatever we want to do. Left those silver because they kind of blend into the ceiling. But you can see it actually looks pretty cool. Now over here, I originally was going to run all the conduit on the ceiling in my original layout. I decided to run it along the wall because we ended up building these trees on the posts here, and I hated to have conduit running in front of the leaves. I thought it would just kill the look. So I dropped it down low. It looks fine. I'm not worried about that. Today is the day to finally get the outlets installed. So today's switches, outlets, and we'll just see what we can get done. Well guys, we've been hard at work getting all the electrical wrapped up, and I think it's like 99% done. I'll give you a final tour of the electrical and what I have done and what I need to do. You can see I got the outlet covers and outlets on, and these are black outlets. And again, we just duct taped this with the black tape and taped the box. And I don't mind that little silver. I kind of like it, little highlight. Up here, I'm still wrapping up that outlet because the box is too small for everything I have in there. So I'm going to get an extension ring to bring it out. We got our switches. I got 3. You'll see what that's for. Again, outlets, Black this out. I left this silver. I know I could have blacked it. I haven't decided yet. I don't think I'm gonna. You can see I put a big box on the post, made that black, and then came over here up to another outlet. And now, the reason I didn't do these black was because I kind of like the silver, but also I didn't want it to look like arms coming off the post. Because keep in mind that this post is a tree, and that one also. And you see, I wanted the outlets to blend in so they don't stand out. But if we had these black, it'd be like this weird connecting vine or something. I don't know. So that's how I did it. Also, I gotta finish that one, but I have an outlet here, an outlet there, an outlet there, and they're wired just with Romex. And you can see I actually taped the Romex just where you see it coming around the truss. You can see though on top, this is where I hit it, and I didn't tape the whole thing, that'd be ridiculous. Just where you see it, coming up into the box, just so it's not noticeable from the ground. So a lot of you might have questions about why we're using tape instead of paint on the conduit. It might seem easier to paint it. It's actually not. There's a few reasons we chose to tape them. It's faster than paint. Painting is kind of time consuming because you got to set up a whole station, you got to paint it all, let it dry, then install it, being careful not to damage it. And that's the next point, is tape is more durable than paint. I can bang these around, I can rub them, and I'm not going to be chipping the paint off. It's just a more durable thing. Also, the way I stopped and started the black, it was easier to use tape because I could stop and start it wherever I wanted. I mean, just on so many levels, tape just makes more sense than paint. Painting galvanized metal isn't always a great idea, they say not to do it, but painting this conduit, especially, it's oily. When you buy it, it's got like filth and dirt and oily. Your hands get black touching it. So you'd have to clean it all before painting it for the paint to adhere.
And if we used spray paint, we have nowhere to do that except for this room because it's so cold out.
Yeah.
And we don't want the fumes and stuff in here. And then there's a lot of wasted overspray.
Yeah, it'd be a pain to get it coated properly.
Yeah.
In pretty much all cases, a roll of tape is cheaper than paint also, so it's cheaper. So it's cheaper, durable, fast, easy, just makes sense. Everything's literally hooked up. I have it hooked up in the breaker panel with breakers. We can install our heater, our fan, our lights, everything. So I think we're gonna start doing that right now. I think we're gonna start with the fan because we already have it open. We were checking it out. It looks pretty cool. So let's get it assembled and installed and see if it works. So I prepared the ceiling fan spot by just, we had this cross piece I installed. I put a little pancake box on there, a little shallow electrical box on the stud. I drilled a hole there, pulled the wires through. But then I put this wood trim around the box, cut out to fit around it, taped it to match, and that's just so that the fan has something to sit against. Okay.
It says when the electrical connections have been made, take the fan off the hook and then
Well guys, check it out. It's getting late, so we don't have great lighting in here, but we just got the fan installed and it looks pretty awesome. You guys can see that I got a stainless kind of finish with black, and we did that because look how cool it looks. Blends into all the silver and the trusses. Let's see if it works.
Isn't this ball fun to feel how it just mushes in your hand?
I don't know if this light is on or off. Turn the switch on. Okay. Okay, the fan is done. It's working. Everything's wired properly, and it looks really good up there. It kind of blends away. I really want to get the heater hooked up so that we can unplug these space heaters and clear up the floor in here.
That'd be nice.
So let me unpack the heater and see what we got to work with. I'm thinking about putting it right here. Do you think it should be out in the room more? Do you think I should bump it over? Or do you think it's good, like kind of...
So it's good over there.
Weird. I feel like it'll keep it out of the way. If it's hanging too low, it'll look bulky. Alright guys, here's the heater that we decided to buy. It's just a simple garage shop heater. It has 3 settings on the front. I can choose 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 watt, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but 3 different heat settings. Has a built-in thermostat and pretty basic, sucks in air from the back, blows it out the front. I think it's gonna work good. Instead of hardwiring it in, I actually picked up an appliance cord and wired it up so that I could just plug it in up here. And I did that just in case I wanna, if it breaks, if it needs to be swapped out, if it's malfunctioning, it's a quick disconnect where I could cut the power easily by unplugging it, and just easy install. So that's the way I did it. So right now our heater is going, the room is so warm, and you guys can probably hear it. It's actually not too bad, it's not too loud.
It's doable.
It's a simple quiet blower, but let me turn it off so we can have it a little more quiet for you guys. It's daytime. We wanted to wait until it was light again so we could really give you a tour, show you all the work we did. It's not 100%, but it's like 99% the electrical work. So let's take a look. Again, here is our newly installed heater. I love it. It's out of the way. It's pretty quiet considering all things, and it heats up the space amazingly. Just a couple minutes of it running and the whole room is warm and toasty. And I only have it on the middle setting of 4,000 watts. So I could make it higher if I needed to heat up the space better. And I also like how the heater kind of blends in white and black. It just looks good there. Doesn't feel obtrusive at least. Now that might not be the cheapest way to install it. It would have been cheaper to just buy a flexible conduit, you know, an appliance whip or something and hook it up. But for personal reasons, I just felt like putting a cord on it, so I'm happy with that. Ceiling fan spinning away, looking pretty awesome. Again, we tried matching it to the space even though the space doesn't really have a theme. So we got our light switches and this goes to the fan. I have it so it only turns the light on and off. The fan you control with the pull chain, so that always has power. That way we can leave the fan on anytime. And now these 2 switches over here, we haven't shown you what they do yet because we're not ready for that. But basically they control outlets. Right up here we have an outlet box, receptacle on each truss. And now the way I wired those outlets up is that the top outlet is controlled by one switch and the bottom outlet is controlled by the other switch. So each socket is controlled by one of these. And evenly on one. All the tops are on one switch, all the bottoms on the other. And that way it gives me options of installing alternative type lighting. For example, that fan light isn't very bright for this whole space. So if we want to install more lighting in here to brighten up the room, I could put some LED shop lights up or something like that, plug them in and control those by one switch. And then if I want some other lighting, I can control it by the other switch. And in fact, we do have plans for some extra lighting. We picked up these, which you guys are going to love.
We have 4 sets of these total.
So these are black string LED string lights. Really kind of hard to find a black wire light like that.
Yeah, you really have to search.
A lot of the big bulb ones, but we wanted small lights and found them. We're so excited to get those on. Our idea is to light up the trusses. Each truss will have a string of lights on it. It's going to look really cool. And so we're going to plug those into one of the outlets. And like I said, other lighting can go in the other ones. I don't have anything planned for that. It's just optional.
Just for there to use, maybe.
And the only reason that we're not hooking these up yet for you guys is because I still have an outlet. I don't even know if you can see it, but I have one hanging there. I didn't install it yet. And I just want to make sure all the electrical is 100% before I do it. I need to go buy something at the store, so it'll be fine. Big progress, and it's looking pretty cool in here.
And we're going to be painting this door. We already have the paint for it.
Ashley's going to be painting the door.
Yeah.
Her special project, and we picked up a new piece of weather stripping for the door because some of you guys might have noticed that it's all shredded up on there, the used door.
Yeah, it looks like a dog or something was scratching at it. And we're also going to be doing a floor in here.
Oh yeah, we've been getting a lot of comments about the floor. What are we doing? And a lot of great suggestions. We actually ordered what we want to put on the floor like weeks ago. We're just waiting for it to come. It's been really slow and we're just excited to get it down. But in the meantime, we've gotten a lot of work done, so it's fine. Well guys, I think we covered everything. Hopefully this video comes out okay. We've been filming kind of sporadically all week, just trying to get work done. The electrical work is kind of slow and boring to film. It's not that exciting. It's just pulling wire. Couldn't have done it without Ashley. Because keep in mind, it's not just electrical in this room, which was crazy as it is, but also going all the way out to the electrical panel. We had to pull wire and just...
That was a long run.
Yeah.
We used a snake thing.
It was probably close to 50 feet of wire, just under 50 feet, maybe 40 feet, 50 feet, from here to the box. It's just a lot of tedious, slow stuff. So we did our best with it. We just wanted to give you guys the update and show you how the room's coming out. And it's pretty epic. It's looking good. Can't wait to get the floor down and the final touches. And then we could just enjoy it, enjoy the space. Mm-hmm. And then move on to a new project, which who knows what that will be. Right? Yeah, so that's all. We're going to try to get those string lights up. We're excited to show you guys that and have it kind of more, what would you call it?
Cozy.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I might try to hook up a couple of brighter lights just to light up the room. I don't know. I have two 4-foot LED shop fixtures that I could use in here. I'm just not sure where I'd want to put them. I don't want them to look bad. So I guess we're going to head in now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.